Yo, welcome back. Episode 5.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What are you doing today?
Sitting here with the mic in front of me.
Yeah. When is the official date for St. Patrick's Day? Is it
It's today.
today?
Yep, we're recording on St. Patrick's Day. The day you hear this is going to be 2 days later.
Yeah, well, or never. We might die and
It's
never
possible.
upload.
That would be sad, though.
Yeah. Yeah, all the poor people of the world will have to go without our podcast for now.
Yep, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
If not listening to our podcast.
How has your week been?
It's been all right.
Yeah. Any gunny stories? What'd she rip up this week?
Nothing.
Damn. Really? She behaved for once.
Maybe a couple clothes hangers, but other than that, she's been pretty good.
Didn't she eat your fortune cookie?
She did eat my fortune cookie, so I never got to read it.
That was the good one.
That was my winning one. It would have said that you're going to win the lottery any second now.
And it would have happened, but
Yep.
of course Gunny fucked that all up
Gunny
for
ate
you.
it, and now she's going to win the lottery because she ate the fortune cookie that said that. She's going to leave me all alone.
Yeah.
She'll have a big opulent doghouse with unlimited bones.
Lifetime supply of kibble
Yeah.
and treats.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well,
She'll
speaking
hire
of
guys to take her on walks every single day.
yeah, she won't need you anymore.
She won't need me.
You can rent a room in her doghouse, maybe, possibly if she lets you.
I'll be in the little small human house next to the big opulent doghouse.
Yeah, you'll be in the little
Out in
human
yard.
kennel. Yeah. The little bed in it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll have like a
speaking
little
of
automatic feeder that just dumps out French fries or something.
yeah, when she goes to work,
Yeah.
she'll put a big water bucket next to your cage there.
Total reversal.
Yeah,
The natural order.
that would be very scary. Dog overlords. That would not be fun.
There's a Rick and Morty episode about that.
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, and it didn't turn out very good.
No.
Well, speaking of St. Patrick's Day, one of the topics here is your favorite St. Patrick's Day festivities.
Drink.
Getting fucked up.
Drink. That's the best activity.
Anytime.
Especially
Does it have to be St. Patrick's Day for that?
One of the biggest things about maturing is realizing that you don't need fun to have alcohol.
Or you don't need St. Patrick's Day to go hog wild,
No,
as
but
they
it
say.
helps. It's a good excuse.
Good excuse, yeah. Yep.
So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight.
I will not be partaking in the drinking tonight. No, I am going to be in.
That's unfortunate, man.
No, it's good.
St. Patrick Day would frown, or St. Patrick would frown upon you.
I had
Not
my
drinking on his day.
I had my St. Patrick's celebration last Friday.
Are you wearing any green? I might have to pinch you right now.
You're right. I'm not wearing any. So.
Well, I'm not either. So, wait, that's my shirt. No.
Oh, ow! Fuck you. No,
We
he
gotta
didn't
pinch
get
each
me.
other now. We gotta do.
We'll have a pinch fight, a little pinch fight. I think my favorite was from when I was a kid. My mom would they went heavy in the leprechaun thing, and we helped. Like my stepdad and my mom would help us build traps, and then my mom would dye our milk green in the morning, and we'd be like, those asshole leprechauns fucked with our milk. They did something to it. Yeah.
That's why it's all green.
He washed his clothes in it. All the green coloring came out.
Oh, those fucking leprechauns are.
Yeah, they'd take all the candy, and then they'd set your trap off, but never be in there. Like they'd get out.
They're smart little creatures, you know.
Yeah.
A little simple trap isn't gonna catch them.
Yeah. Little did I know that it was actually my parents setting off the trap and dyeing the milk green.
No, that's what you don't understand.
That's
They
the
might have
lie.
told you
That's the
that.
lie that they told me. But now
might
I
have
know
told
it's
you that.
leprechauns. Yeah.
They're devious. They're out there. They brainwashed your parents into thinking that they died together.
Yeah.
When really you just pissed in it. So
Freaking assholes.
they're
Yeah.
assholes. Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those holidays that for me just comes and goes. Like I forget about it. I forget it exists, and then it's gone.
What's your opinion on the Leprechaun movies?
Like the really scary,
The
ugly.
horror movie.
I've never seen it. I've never seen
I've
it.
never seen them either, but they look horrible.
It looks stupid. Yeah. I don't think that'd be very scary. A leprechaun that wants to kill you.
I don't know. It'd be kind of scary.
No, it's just a little guy. Kick him. Drop kick him. Punt him. Punt that little dude across the field.
They have some kind of powers, though. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't brushed up on my
Yeah, their power is greed. They just want a bunch of gold.
I haven't brushed up on my leprechaun lore in a while. So.
That's their background is they're greedy little assholes and they want all your gold and money.
What
They want all your stocks.
would you consider a leprechaun a cryptid? I think it is.
It is kind of a
That's a
cryptid,
cryptid.
yeah. That counts. Changing my favorite cryptid to that for sure.
There you go.
No, St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. Yeah, I have never celebrated in the adult way, quote unquote, like drinking a bunch and going out. I'm sure that would be more fun, but
Well, someday maybe.
yeah, when you have hair on your chest and balls on your
When you
hair.
realize you don't need fun, balls on your hair. They just call those. What do they call those? Fuck, I forget what they call them.
What?
What's it called when a sheep gets a little piece of shit on its hair?
A
Is it
dingleberry?
dingleberry? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. St. Patrick's
Dingleberry,
Day
yeah.
for me isn't like special. It's like, you know.
Oh, you're just shitting all over St. Patrick, man. That's sad.
I like the movie when he has to relive it over and over again.
What? St. Patrick's Day?
Oh wait,
You're
no,
thinking
that's Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day. Oh.
What's the
That is a good
groundhog's
movie.
name in that movie again?
Fuck.
I'm pretty sure it has one, right?
It does. Fuck. What is it? It's something funny.
I gotta look it up. That's gonna
Yeah,
that's
look it
gonna
up.
haunt me.
It's gonna bother me too.
It's gonna haunt me. Let's see. Groundhog
Name.
Day
Just groundhog name.
movie.
What's the name of the
Groundhog name.
groundhog?
The prairie dog. Let's see. Punxsutawney. Wait.
Poxitani. That's the name of the.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah. That's the town name. Yeah, Phil. Yeah.
Oh, wait. A live groundhog given the name Scooter was used to portray Punxsutawney. Wait, that's the
So
real
that was
one?
the actor. Yeah.
Scooter is the one in the movie.
Scooter's the actor's name. Well, Poxitani Phil's the character.
Oh, that's right. To portray Scooter's his real
I'm
name.
probably saying that wrong. Poxitani.
No, it looks right. It looks right.
Why don't you get him like here? Pull up the video of him like announcing the groundhog.
Okay. Hold on.
What does he say too? It's like that next step's a real doozy.
Yeah. I don't know. Hold on. I'm trying to find the...
I haven't watched that movie in a long time. I need to watch it again. That's a good one.
I can't find any of like the pronunciations where it's just saying it.
We'll just find like the little ceremony video and play it next to the mic.
Oh wait, no, I got it.
Groundhog Day. I love that movie.
Let's see. Oh wait, this is like downloading an AI voice generator. Wait, it's text to speech. Text to speech. That's what I'm looking for.
Here, I'm finding the video right now. Oh, there's like a bunch of like real ones. Like apparently they actually do the thing. They're all like, oh, this is 2023. They're dressed up just like they are in the movie. Maybe that's a real thing.
Pakshutani Phil.
Poxitani.
Pakshutani Phil.
She says it weird. She says it
Dumb.
weird, dude.
I used a free text-to speech on Google to do that.
Here we go. Here's a little clip here. Let's see.
We're getting a little far down the groundhog hole here.
Oh, this is like a news article.
Yeah, turn that off.
No, he says it. Poxitani Phil.
We're back. There he is.
Pakshutani Phil.
Poxitani Phil. All right, we got it.
We went a little far down the groundhog hole there, but wrong holiday.
The last day he has is pretty cool, where he makes everything right and everybody's happy with him.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
Because he's a cynical asshole at the beginning.
Yeah.
Before he goes to the...
I like when he just punches that guy in the face. For no reason at all. And then just to do it.
Frustrated.
All right. Okay. What with St. Patrick's Day, it might bring about the apocalypse. What is a apocalypse scenario that you envision?
How about...
What's like a
to
plausible...
stay with the theme, how would you survive a leprechaun invasion?
An invasion?
An invasion.
How many of them are there? Because they're not that scary, like I said. They're small.
Hundreds of thousands of them, and they're coming down in spaceships.
Doing what with you? Did they kill
Riding
you?
little pots of gold, riding on like a little rainbow trail. And they're coming down.
What do they do? What's scary about
They're
these?
trying to steal all your money because they like money, apparently.
Well, I'd probably just open up a bank account and put all my money in there.
He's trying to rip off your wedding ring and shit. And
like everything of value.
Yeah.
Taking out your
he's taking out
gold
loans in your
teeth
name.
and like, yeah.
He's getting loans from the bank in your name, and he's taking it all.
If you had a knee replacement, he's cutting that open, taking that out.
He's getting your gold teeth out, ripping them out with the pliers.
Your implants, yeah.
How would you survive that?
Well, just fight back. I mean, how big are these dudes?
I mean, they're like leprechaun size. They're small,
Leprechaun size.
There's a lot of them.
Like the size of a small child?
Yeah, pretty much. Like a 4 or 5 year old, probably.
I'd probably just go. I'd go complete my martial arts training. just fuck them up.
Who would win, you or 1,000 toddlers?
That's a good question. You'd be overwhelmed pretty quick. You'd get tired fast.
What kind
too.
of weapon would you need to?
You could definitely take a few down with you.
What's the worst weapon that you could plausibly survive with? Like a baseball bat or something? Do you think?
Like a stick.
A stick.
Or a spoon or something.
A spoon.
Or wait, like you mean like a weapon that's good to to beat all of them?
A bad one
that you'll lose with for sure.
No, one that like one that would just be enough to win against 1,000 toddlers.
Just be enough.
Because you could say like a machine gun, but that's overpowering.
Yeah, you just plant that baby on the hill and let them come up one by one.
Yeah, you make a little
funnel them through a trench or something.
Somewhere. Yeah.
One that you barely get out alive with, but you could still get out with. It can't be a gun because that would be too easy, I think.
Say like an axe, probably.
Or a sword. I was thinking like a samurai sword, a katana or something.
You weeb.
Well, no, I mean like, or any other.
Not a great sword.
Badass sword, yeah. What's the badass Celtic swords that they used to have? Like the huge.
Great sword.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, a big 2-hander.
Yeah, one of those. Swing that bad boy around. You could come out alive if you were smart with it, I think. Or nunchucks, something like that.
That'd be hard, though. I guess if you whopped a toddler in the head with that, it'd be just one hit.
Yeah, because they're squishy on the head.
Hit them on the top of the head.
That's sad, dude.
That is sad.
I don't want to attack toddlers.
They're trying to kill you, so it's...
If it's leprechauns, then I would do it, yeah.
It's you or them, and they're trying to kill you.
Then you'd have to, yeah.
Yeah.
unless you just let them take you because they're
but
babies.
But then they have that with them the rest of their life that they all swarmed a guy and killed him.
Yeah,
in their
but
young age.
at least they're alive.
They probably end up being serial killers if they grow up. When they grow up.
Yeah. With that in their mind.
Yeah, with that.
They have to live with that.
And,
that deed.
Yep.
I don't know.
They're all trying to kill somebody in the first place, so.
Yeah, I don't know. If it was leprechauns, I'd do any means necessary.
Leprechauns, yeah, airstrikes.
Those guys suck. Napalm, yeah.
Napalm, yeah.
Biological
Orbital
warfare.
launcher or something.
Yeah. I'd spread like some kind of disease through them.
Leprechaun disease.
Yeah. Yeah. Get like take one of them back to my lab and infect him and send him back to his friends. He starts infecting the camp, waking him up, and then do my final attack. But the toddlers, I don't know. I'd probably let them kill me because they're so innocent and they have their whole lives ahead of them.
They're trying to kill you. They're not very innocent.
Well, they don't know any better, They don't know what they're doing. They're just doing,
What would you have to tell 1,000 toddlers to go kill somebody? What would you think their primary motivator would be?
A driving force? That's a tough question because
that's tough. He told them
he stole your binky.
He told them that they get a little handful of Cheerios maybe if they went and killed that guy.
Or like M&Ms or something. That's even more.
Yeah.
I'll drive you to McDonald's after this
if you swarm that guy.
You can get a kid's meal and pick any toy you want. I don't know. It would be toys, I think. Yeah. Go to Walmart. We'll go to the toy section. You can pick whatever you want. Granted, it's under $40.
Oh. Yep. I guess a leprechaun army's motivator would have to be money.
Yeah, they want your money, your 401k.
They're coming for it all. Yeah.
Yeah, every last penny. They'll dig through your couch cushions and stuff. Your car cup holder and all that. How would you survive them? Yeah, that again. Obviously, you could do like napalm or a machine gun and just completely annihilate a whole nation of them. But like barely getting out, I think it'd have to be a sword or a baseball bat, like a Negan bat, or
yeah, with the leprechauns.
Yeah.
What's a leprechaun's weakness?
They're just probably just hitting them,
I gotta
killing
Google
them,
this.
stabbing
Maybe
them.
they have weakness that we don't know about that's written in the lore.
Like a certain pitch of sound that will make them pop.
Weaknesses. Leprechaun's only weaknesses.
Only weakness?
The leprechaun's only weaknesses are the 4-leaf clover, wrought iron, and the destruction of his gold, which can be used to kill the leprechaun.
Dang.
Another weakness. Oh, this is like from the Leprechaun movie. Another weakness that he fears is the medallion that can turn him into stone.
Yeah, that is scary. I would fear that too.
Oh, here's a question on here. What is the natural enemy of the leprechaun? In the mystical realm of Irish folklore, leprechauns do not have any natural predators. Their elusive nature and cunning tactics keep them out of harm's way. However, that doesn't mean that they are invincible. Humans who seek to capture leprechauns for their legendary wealth often become their biggest threat.
So they're just let free to reproduce as they see fit? They don't have any natural predators?
Here, let me look up some leprechaun lore. Let's understand leprechauns a little more in this episode.
This is the one about leprechauns.
Lore. The word leprechaun is derived from the Irish word leprechaun, I don't know, which means small body in traditional Irish tales.
Or the size of a small child.
In traditional Irish tales, leprechauns were depicted as tiny old men with beards who wore distinctive green coats and tall hats and were known for their mischievous nature. This might just be the Leprechaun episode. They're pretty interesting.
But we decided it doesn't have an enemy unless you're going after its wealth. So they're just greedy. Unimaginable greed is its weakness.
Yeah, but I think they just don't want anybody getting their money. I don't know.
Well, do they go? What do they do? Do they take your money?
Let's see.
Well,
I'm just gonna Google what do leprechauns do.
In your apocalyptic scenario, the leprechauns are coming down to take all our money.
Cons.
Would it really matter? Because we can just print more.
I think they just like gold. So. Oh, okay. So folklore: the leprechaun is said to be a solitary creature whose principal occupation is making and cobbling shoes, and who enjoys practical jokes.
Jeez.
So they're little jokesters, and they make shoes. What's the purpose of leprechauns? Leprechauns, also leprechauns, or I don't know.
Leprechauns, figures. But also leprechauns. Yeah.
It's spelt a little different.
I want somebody to cut this up and
a little different.
Like edit it to where like they just play a whole video about just saying leprechaun.
So they are figures in Irish folklore who guard hidden treasure, regarded as small and incredibly agile male fairies or goblins. They most often guard a pot of gold. Leprechauns live solitary lives and can be a source of mischief for the unwary.
For the unwary, yeah. If you're aware, you'll be all right.
Then
you'll be. They won't go after you.
Yeah,
you have to be clueless.
Their little leprechaun tricks won't work on you.
Yeah, you'll be immune to their.
So the leprechaun army is stupid because they're like lone wolves. They don't work in groups. So
just running into one of them is a big threat.
They're just hanging out.
What is in the lore? What is their weakness? It's not iron rods and stone medallions.
Iron.
Huh?
Wrought iron.
Oh, wrought iron.
Here, let's see. Oh, I'm just going to Google how do you get a leprechaun's gold. How do you get a leprechaun's gold?
You offer him a self-help.
All right. So we got a website here. Here's an article. How to get a pot of gold from a leprechaun. According to the Irish legends, a leprechaun keeps his fortune in a pot of gold and will give it to anyone who follows the correct procedure. If you are feeling lucky, here's how to get it. Listen for the sound of his hammer. Leprechauns are often busy making a shoe, and only one shoe for an elf. They only make one shoe. They don't make a pair for him.
Yeah. So you got to wait. How many?
Do you think it's the right or left shoe?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably the right. I don't know.
That probably doesn't matter. They probably make them like ambidextrous shoes that they're uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just all right foot shoes. All right, so number 2, sneak up on the leprechaun. Hopefully he'll be absorbed in his work and will not hear you. Number 3, hold on to the leprechaun and don't let go.
Like by what?
Expect
his collar?
Him to put up a pretty good fight, even if he's only about 2 feet tall. Number 4, keep your eyes on the leprechaun. He will do anything to get you to look away for a second. If you do, he will disappear into the mist, and his pot of gold is safe. Number 5, threaten him if he is especially resistant to telling you where the pot of gold is hiding. So you gotta like beat him and interrogate him. You gotta hook him up to a car battery or something. You gotta rip out his fingernails. Yeah. You gotta get him to tell you where that gold is.
Shove bamboo up his fingernails.
You can't look away from him.
Yeah, he'll get away into the mist.
So number 6, make the leprechaun take you to his pot of gold. You should find it at the end of the rainbow.
Can you do it? Is there like another way? Because I think positive reinforcement is better than negative reinforcement. So can you befriend him and play the long con?
You might be able to.
Like, yeah, eventually one night when you're drinking with him, he's like, I got this pot of gold. You got to come see it. And then you just go, you get it, and you leave.
You got to get him really drunk and then start asking him about it. Yeah. So you got to take him to the Irish pub.
So I hear you guys have gold, right? I mean, that's part of, like, you know.
Yeah.
We do.
My biggest dream is I've always wanted to see one of those pots of gold.
Yeah, I want to get a picture of you with it.
Yeah, that would be badass, man. Get a picture of you by your pot of gold. That would be.
It'll blow up on your gram.
Yeah. All right, here's a little tips and warnings section here. Leprechauns are always male. No one has ever given a credible report of a female leprechaun. Okay.
Has anyone ever given a credible report of a leprechaun?
How do they reproduce then? That's an interesting.
They cut off a finger or an arm, and it turns into another one.
That is possible. All right. Although leprechauns are now usually depicted wearing
asexual
nothing
reproduction.
but green, at the turn of the 20th century, they were renowned for wearing red coats.
Oh, that's not good. What does
That's
that
fucked up,
symbolize?
dude? Because that means they're like little British guys or something. You know?
The red coats.
Red coats.
They're not Irish anymore.
Irish people.
They changed sides.
Irish
They changed up.
people are known for not liking the British. You know.
Yeah, I get it. I don't like them either.
The Irish War.
Just joking.
Well, here, let's see how do leprechauns reproduce. We're learning today. This is educational podcast. This episode.
It always is, anyway. We learn about all kinds of all manners of things.
So how do leprechauns reproduce?
I think it's asexually. You cut off a foot or a leg or an arm, and it turns into another one. It grows.
Ooh, okay, leprechauns are unique in the way their reproduction cycle works. All leprechauns are born non-gender specific, and while they don't reproduce like other animals, they do rely on other leprechauns so their eggs can be fertilized.
Like a chicken.
That's from the link on that one says leprechauns, myth or reptilian monsters. Course link.
Reptilian monster.
So, do leprechauns have girlfriends? In Irish folklore, leprechauns are typically depicted as solitary creatures. As part of the community of leprechauns, they are often portrayed as male figures and are not commonly associated with having wives or girlfriends in traditional folklore.
So, do they...
So I guess
they come from an egg.
Yeah, I guess they lay eggs.
One other one fertilizes.
And then another one does something to the egg. He does something to it.
He does something to it. Fill in the
Fertilizes
blank.
it
You can fill in the blank.
Okay, leprechaun species in mythos. Here, let's see.
Oh, man. This is ridiculous.
Anatomy. Leprechauns are bipedal with a pair of arms and legs, and they have opposable thumbs and are hairless except for the hair on their heads.
And what about their beards?
No pubes. I guess they get facial hair too.
So only when they turn into a male, because they start out ace.
Well, that's on their head still, so I guess they don't have any arm hair or anything.
No happy trail.
That's an interesting.
Like that.
Yeah, that's an interesting detail.
No back hair.
They don't have any hair on their bodies except for their head. It's interesting.
Sheesh.
So, and have a long pointed ears. Okay. Males also have facial hair, unlike other fairy species. Leprechauns do not have wings. Okay.
They don't have wings? Okay, good. Well, I was wondering about that.
Good. They can't fly around and do mischievous
It could be worse. Yeah, they could have made it to the mainland. They could have crossed the pond. Imagine leprechauns in Wyoming. That would not be good. That would not be good for the economy, for the local economy.
Okay, leprechauns reproduce sexually. Females from other races that breed with leprechauns will have their male offspring be leprechauns, while the female offspring will be whatever race they were.
Oh, what? So it can breed with like a rabbit, and it'll have female rabbit in the litter. It'll have female rabbits and male leprechauns.
I guess if some chick is feeling wild and they get crazy with a leprechaun. If the baby's gonna be a male, then it'll come out as a leprechaun. If it's a female, then it comes out as just a normal.
You'd have to drink a lot of Tito's
That's
to fool around with a leprechaun.
Yeah. Maybe we should get Kaya in here and ask her how many shots it would take.
How much would it take? Yeah, fool around with a leppy.
Growth rate and stages. All right. Leprechauns from infancy take 4 years to reach adulthood, or to reach childhood, sorry. And from there, it takes 14 years to reach adulthood. At the age of 18, a leprechaun is considered a young adult. A leprechaun who reaches the age of 30 is considered an adult.
How long do they live for? Is that like the max?
I'll have to Google that next because it didn't say. But
So do you think when they're in the egg form, like, do you think they can be on land,
there's
or do
a
you
lot
think
of
it's like
conflicting information.
do you think it's
here.
going to be like an amphibian egg where it has to be in the water and then
Yeah, they have a little den in the bank of the river.
yeah, it has to be like a frog, like frog eggs have to like they're all piled up in the pond.
We're getting a lot of contradictions here from these different websites. So I like this one so far. I think that makes sense, right?
Which one, the egg one?
No, that they can breed with whatever and
I don't know. I
it'll
don't
come
like.
out as a leprechaun if it's a male baby.
I don't really like that. I don't
It's
like that
interesting.
one.
It's interesting.
Do you think they look different, like they're a mixture of the species?
No, that's what it says. That doesn't.
It's
happen.
just a normal
leprechaun
guy.
If it's a dude, and then it's whatever the mom is. If
Ma-
it's
oh.
a woman.
That's horrible.
Interesting. So ecology and habitats. Leprechauns live in areas with high amounts of magic, such as enchanted forests or magical springs,
Yeah.
as well as urban areas.
I want to go there and live there too.
So it says as well as urban areas. What urban area is magical, would you say?
New York City.
They live in Detroit.
You could find a bunch of them in downtown Seattle.
Dietary needs and habits. Leprechauns are omnivores. They produce their food by domesticating animals and farming crops. They are also known to, on occasion, to hunt and forage for food.
Are they bipedal?
Yes. Leprechauns are also able to siphon magic from the atmosphere around them to sustain themselves for short periods of time. Biological cycle. As time progresses, leprechauns age. Eventually, their bodies will reach a point where they can no longer sustain themselves and will eventually die. Well, that sounds like normal people, too, so
Yeah,
we have
that's true.
something in common, I guess. Social structure. Leprechauns have the same social structure as fairies, where they are ruled by the fairy king and queen and the ruling council.
So they have a government over them.
I guess. The fairy council or whatever.
That's how you get.
I think they're just kind of like fucking what's his name? The Unabomber, where they just live out in the woods and they just make shoes.
He was living the communist lifestyle.
And then they get into some mischief like the Unabomber did. Okay.
To get
enough of
everyone's
that.
money.
Okay.
Mischief.
Geographic origin and distribution. Leprechauns are found across the world of Mythos in areas with high concentration of magic. So they're wherever the magic is. They kind of just follow.
There's probably a
the
bunch
magic
in
around.
LA
That is a magical
in the
place.
60s. Then they went away.
According to all the music, New York's a pretty magical place. So
Nah, not anymore. It's gone now. They're all in Texas now.
they moved there. Yeah.
They're all in Austin,
the lower
Texas.
taxes.
Yeah.
They don't tax as much on the shoes there that they make. All the right shoes that they make, no left ones.
They're spread out between Texas and New Zealand.
Okay, here's their average intelligence. Leprechauns are highly intelligent, and they are able to create complex magical tools and advanced spells.
Wow. So they're tradesmen.
They can make complex magical tools, whatever that means.
Yeah, I think insert whatever you think of with that.
I don't know. I don't know what a magical tool would be.
Anything.
They just enchant them, like Minecraft, do you think?
Like a hammer that just does everything on its own. It flies
It
around.
has binding.
Yeah, curse of binding. It's got efficiency 4 on it. And
Perception and sensory capabilities. Leprechauns use mainly sight and hearing as a primary way to perceive the world. Though leprechauns also have magical abilities and can use magic as a sixth sense.
what language do they speak? Do they like do a series of clicks and
I think it's just Irish. I think they speak in Irish accents.
so it's English?
Yeah, just English.
Old English?
Beauty ideals? Okay. Leprechaun beauty ideals are based on This website's in depth, man. Okay, beauty ideals. Leprechaun beauty ideals are based on the physical appearance of an individual and their magic affinity. They also find women who are rich attractive.
Dang,
Okay.
I'm in. I'm with you. I'm following.
Gender ideals. Leprechauns treat both sexes equally and have the same rights. All right.
All right. Okay, I'm with you. Following.
They're with the times.
They're woke.
Okay, courtship ideals. Leprechauns will try to woo females by using expensive gifts and showing off their wealth. How
Of course,
nice.
naturally.
Yeah, naturally. I mean, that's...
He pulls up in
Yeah.
a sports car.
Relationship ideals. Leprechauns are monogamous and will have only one partner. Both partners can work and both are expected to help raise and educate children.
but so it can be. It doesn't have to be another leprechaun. It can be like a rabbit or like
I think they're mostly talking about humans.
an elf or a
Yeah,
human
like
woman.
a fairy or something. Maybe they like the fairies.
They're like the short kings of the world. That's what the leprechauns are.
I think there's
are the
witches
short
out there
kings.
in the Irish wilderness, so maybe they like witches and stuff too.
They're into that witchessy.
they like magic stuff. I don't know what that is, but this is. Oh. I want to know who wrote this. Common taboos. Common taboos in leprechaun society include murder, theft, assault, sexual assault, cannibalism, and others. So
They have a little society out there. They're
yeah,
normal.
Apparently, they're just like little hermits, and they don't like going out.
They
just
seem
like-
pretty chill. Live and
they're
let
kinda
live
like
kind of
dragons,
species.
where they get a little hoard of treasure, and then they just kind of hang out with it.
Yeah, that's all they need.
But what sucks is they always got a rainbow coming off of their their gold that they acquire.
You know, they really seem like a live and let live culture. I'd live there. I'm in. I'm with you. I'm going.
You're gonna become a leprechaun.
Yeah, I'll be there a king because I'm so much taller than them. Probably, hopefully.
All right, 6 crazy facts about leprechauns. Okay,
Facts.
let's read this quick.
It's a fact that they don't exist.
I guess they're technically fairies. This is a lot of stuff has said that.
It's like they're a branch of a fairy species.
Yeah, they're a species of
a
fairies,
subspecies of fairy.
Yeah. Okay, when we think of leprechauns, we think green blazers, green hats, green shamrocks, and more. But this hasn't always been the case. Historically, leprechauns were dreamt up as wearing red jackets and red pointed hats, kind of like gnomes. They've got a reputation as jovial creatures, friendly and at the heart of the festivities. But leprechauns were once considered tricksters, dishonest, and deceptive to the core. That's what I believe. I think they're little fuckheads that they'll rob you blind, and
So I don't want to go there.
they're like Jimmy McGill at the beginning of
Better call Saul. Yeah,
Better Call Saul, where he's running scams on people.
yeah, with a
Get
fake
money from them.
Rolexes.
Yeah. While often found in fancy dress shops in the run-up to St. Patrick's Day, the traditional leprechaun was a shoemaker. It's believed that they were very wealthy and hid their gold in secret locations. They're also typically associated with having a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow, a trait that fans of Lucky Charms cereal will recall. All right.
That's horrible.
It's interesting. The Irish weren't the first to spread the mythical tale of leprechauns. That's interesting. In Holland, stories are told that the kabouter, a small gnome-like creature in the Isle of Man, the fendery, a small hairy creature, is part of the region's folklore. That is very interesting. Yes.
So that's where it originated
Leprechauns are more than just a fairy tale. They're listed as an endangered species under European law.
from? Are you serious? Is that real?
That's what it says on this website.
You might want to look that up. That could be, that's false teaching right
All right.
there.
All right, I'm Googling that. All right. Are leprechauns
Considered an endangered species. That's crazy. If that's true, they're that hard in the sauce that
endangered species?
That would be nuts.
Leprechauns are protected species under European Union law, and thanks to major lobbying that came about because of the above-mentioned celebrations of leprechauns in Carlingford Co. Louth. I don't know what that means. I'm not European. Leprechauns have been protected since 2009 in a European directive. Very interesting.
Holy cow, that's crazy.
Here, what happens if you find a leprechaun? Lucky. Leprechauns tend to have a few well-known pastimes, including wish-granting, shoemaking, and treasure hoarding.
They sound pretty cool.
They're also solitary by nature and love to be by themselves. And the legend maintains that if you manage to catch a leprechaun, they'll be obliged to grant you 3 wishes.
Obliged.
Yeah. What you said.
3, huh?
3 wishes, huh?
I wish for more wishes would be number 1.
Do you think it's like... do you think the wishes are like...
mischievous ones?
Mischievous ones where like you'll ask for $1,000 and there'll be 1,000 deer that he conjures. Do you think it'd be something like that? Like there'd always be a catch to his wishes.
Yeah, you have to be very careful with how you word it.
To write up your wishes.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like that?
Your wish turns into a contract, a 3-page contract. Yeah, I think it'd be that.
Stipulations on there to make sure he doesn't fuck you.
Yeah, he would too. Yeah. I think he would. I'm with you. I think he'd be mischievous.
Very specific with your wishes.
I think they would be mischievous on that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I might see one tonight if I get drunk enough.
Yeah, he might be out there. Are they?
What would your 3 wishes be if you got one?
Number 1 would be I wish for more wishes. And then I would go on from there. Yeah,
you'd say I wish for more wishes, and then there'd be a bunch more wish.com sites that pop up online.
Maybe.
There you go. There's a bunch more of them now.
I wish for more leprechaun wishes. So there you go. He can't get around that. There's no loophole
he might
there.
Find a way. I don't know.
I don't think they're that. He might just give up. That's too much. Too much work for him to try and screw me on.
What if he asked to have his pot of gold? Well, he'd probably turn you into a leprechaun then. He'd probably switch lives with you. I bet if that happened.
Yeah, you have to live out his existence. Yeah. That wouldn't be so bad. Just be in the woods making shoes and living with your money. You got all your money and your money and your shoes in one spot. You can sleep with any species of a thing that you want and still have kids. And
could you really fall in love with a rabbit though?
If you're out there for long enough, maybe. It's a solitary life. Yeah. At some point,
there's
anything looks great.
Around there, I bet.
Start looking at a tree all funny, like, oh. I don't know, yeah.
They sound like little assholes a little bit, but
yeah,
they're kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
I could get down with a leprechaun. I could take one out for a drink at an Irish pub, I think.
So, how is it that leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day got linked?
I don't know.
I'm curious on that.
Here, I'll look up the origins of
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, because St. Patrick's Day is like the leprechaun day, pretty much.
Yeah, whenever I can't think of the name of this holiday, I say Leprechaun Day. Like, oh yeah, Leprechaun Day. I do that all the time. It's stupid, but people know what I'm talking about. They get the concept.
I spelled that really horrible. What do leprechauns have to do with St. Patrick's Day? So both St. Patrick's Day and leprechauns originated from Ireland. The leprechaun was originally red but turned green to signify association with Ireland.
But they're red again, right? At the turn of the 20th century.
No, they have red hair. According to legend, spotting a leprechaun is a sign of good luck. The modern mind thinks of a leprechaun as a tiny, old green man on Lucky Charms cereal box, or the star of the film Leprechaun in the Hood. That's what it says on here. Few people associate the leprechaun with Ireland. What? I think that's the only place it's associated with.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, we already read all this. Creatures read. Yeah, we got that. The poem, the leprechaun. Okay.
How do they
So
become
leprechauns are associated with St. Patrick's Day because they both trace their history to Ireland. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated on March 17th to commemorate the day St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, died. There's no direct connection between St. Patrick's and leprechauns, apart from they're both symbols of Ireland. Most people associate St. Patrick's Day with good deeds, drinking beer, making new friends, participating in parades and festivals. Some people wear to resemble leprechauns and attract... Okay, this is written really weird. Some people wear to... I'm reading it like it's written down here. Some people wear to resemble leprechauns and attract children seeking blessings and good luck. That's weird.
Yeah, that's a little sus.
It's a little sus. Modern cultures conjoin leprechauns and St. Patrick's Day, and it's unlikely that their relationship will end soon. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that this holiday is so weird, but I get it. Like, they both originate from Ireland. Who was St. Patrick? Was he a leprechaun?
The patron saint of Ireland.
Was he a leprechaun?
He could have been.
That's what I always think of. I think of him as one and the same. It was a leprechaun, a famous one.
Patron saint of Ireland. I don't know the history on
the patron leprechaun saint.
I forgot. I'm sure I learned about it in elementary school.
Maybe he was like a really short guy with a red beard and wore green all the time.
I don't know. I think they're like goblins and they're just little forest creatures that came about in the medieval times.
Yeah, they're just... That's all they are.
It's to warn children about going into the woods.
They are, yeah. They are on the endangered species list, so maybe we'll start seeing more of them run around.
Well, it sounds more like a leprechaun, something that you would look for and try to find. Whereas like a goblin out there in the woods, you'd want to avoid. You want to stay away from that.
Yeah, that's because it's good luck if you catch them.
It's good luck if you catch them. You can get wishes from them. I think there's a lot.
A goblin can stay out in the woods. Yeah, he can't come to town. He can't. Yeah. He's got to be away. Yeah, you don't go out looking for him.
A goblin's a creature. They're not smart.
Yeah,
they like gold. They're kind of like raccoons, where they like gold and shiny objects.
Yeah, and they probably like steal your chickens and stuff.
And now I'm thinking of a troll. That's a bridge thing.
What? Living under the bridge?
Let's look up some goblin lore.
What's the difference between a goblin and a troll?
Goblins do.
We should get a goblin on the podcast.
That'd be sick.
We can interrogate him.
He'd just be like...
We'd have to restrain him. He'd make a mess in here.
I think, yeah, they're a little nasty. From all I've seen, they're just nasty and gross. But all right, goblins folklore. Let's see. A typical goblin is of short stature, grotesque in appearance, and very sneaky. They enjoy playing malicious pranks on humans and other fairies, and are often bullies. Frequent pastimes for goblins include scaring children, pulling people's hair, leading travelers astray, and causing poltergeist activity in the homes of people they dislike. They're just little fuckers, dude. They're little assholes.
Yeah.
Goblins are often greedy and territorial, as well as nasty tempers. They love playing tricks, but don't like being tricked themselves. And in many ways, they share common traits with an imp. But are not classified as demons. So
an imp.
That's something, I guess.
I looked up original goblin depiction, and it says he is represented in medieval mythologies as a small, physically deformed, usually hunchbacked creature resembling a dry, gnarled old man.
So what we've learned today is that being a leprechaun sick, being a goblin would be terrible.
And you want to run into the leprechaun.
You want to find a leprechaun. You want to avoid goblins at any cost.
You want to press charges against the gobby.
Since we're all into the goblins and gnomes here, or goblins and leprechaun, I think the logical next thing to look up is gnomes.
Well, they're like the same.
Do. What gnomes do?
Why are they in gardens? That's what I want to know.
Why do people they protect your garden or something?
Yeah, they're real scary. They're gonna really stop those deer from not munching on my fucking cabbages.
So although it's not entirely clear what the gnomes actually do, we know them to be miners and metal workers. But Ozma suggests that they make metal and precious stones, while other books just show them digging these things out of the ground and working with them. That's from a website called Know Your Gnomes.
So this one says the gnome statue and other statues like it were used in gardens to ensure bountiful harvest by protecting the animals and plants.
Gnomes are cool little guys then.
One question that we didn't answer was this: how long do
leprechauns live?
Yeah, I want to know what their lifespan is. It's like a dog, like 10 to 15 years or something. Highly intelligent.
Well, with dogs, the smaller the dog.
They can live for hundreds of years. Whoa. How do leprechauns reproduce? Yeah, okay, I'm getting down the rabbit hole again. Leprechauns, their eggs, they rely on other leprechauns so their eggs could be fertilized. That's not right, dude.
That's not right.
That's not right. Something's off. Something's off.
It.
Maybe it got lost in translation somewhere.
There's a lot of conflicting information on leprechaun and stuff. They probably like it that way, though. They're probably spreading misinformation about themselves.
Yeah.
So you don't find them as easy. All right. I guess we'll move on from leprechaun talk.
Yeah. No,
Leprechauns are cool. Goblins suck. I hate them so much. I could stomp on a goblin and not.
I wouldn't feel anything. I wouldn't feel any remorse.
Well, I guess. How long are we at?
We have been going for 52 minutes about this.
Well, we can finish our apocalypse stuff. We
got
to
I like
leprechaun
this
apocalypse.
I like this being the St. Patrick's Day episode. This is sick.
All right.
We can go on to a couple more topics and then.
Okay. Well, let's talk about like fairies a little bit more, huh?
What about those fairies, huh? What about them? What do they do? Let's talk about that airline food.
So let's see. Why do leprechauns like fairies?
Do they like fairies? Is that part of the lore? Did I miss that? They're particularly.
Sounds like they're a kind of fairies, but
a subgenre of fairy, I believe. Right? Isn't that?
It's just a type of fairy, so I guess they like their own kind. I don't know. I'm getting more positive about leprechauns than negative, so.
So you're thinking of when you think of a mischievous asshole, you're thinking of a goblin.
Yeah,
a little goblin.
A little goblin. Maybe they kind of are the same size and stuff.
I think of like the Clash of Clans goblin, like this running around with a bag of gold, stealing it. He's kind of an asshole too.
A little bit of an asshole, but
mischievous dude.
The goblins from folklore, they're nasty and gross.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Horrible, even.
Yeah, I don't know. All those weird little creatures are. Like as a kid, I always thought it was cool. It felt like hearing that stuff. It felt like there was more out there, but now it's like, oh yeah, there's no way that's even close to real. But they're on the endangered species list, so maybe they're on to something.
Yeah, I guess they are real. They have to be.
I mean, I don't know if they have to be, but they're on the endangered species list. And was it Ireland? Is that or?
It's in the Europe, like
all of Europe.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I guess they're not just in Ireland. I guess there's different. They're wherever my magic is. That's what it said online. So
Yeah, so they're nowhere. They're in Disneyland.
that is the most magical place on earth. So. There's probably lots of leprechauns there.
That's where they're amassed at. That's
like-
who's in the mascot suits.
That's the Beverly Hills of leprechauns. It's Disneyland. Where would goblins live? They probably live in like nasty places.
Well, I think Detroit was a good one, like you said.
Detroit.
Downtown Detroit. Yeah.
They like Detroit.
Downtown Portland.
They probably live in landfills and stuff, I bet.
Yeah.
That sounds like a place a lot.
Junkyards.
They'd pick through the trash and look for
Trailer
shiny
parks.
objects.
They're in trailer parks.
Hey, I used to live in a trailer park. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know, but they're there. They can prey on those people.
They live under your trailer.
Yeah, they dig out a little
goblin
nest
hole.
in there. Yeah, a little goblin nest.
hole. Oh,
Yeah, this is cool. I learned a
This
lot
is
about
cool.
St. Patrick's Day.
yeah, me too.
I like this.
Do you want to know why? Let's look up why St. Patrick was the patron saint of Ireland. Why is St. Patrick the patron saint of Ireland? Let's see what it says. St. Patrick flourished 5th century Britain and Ireland. Feast what? That sentence makes no sense. Is the patron saint and natural apostle of Ireland. He is credited with bringing Christianity to Ireland and was probably responsible in part for the Christianization of Picts and Anglo-Saxons. That's interesting. What does St. Patrick protect you from? Snake infestation. St. Patrick I can't speak. Patronages include protection from snake infestation and bites. He is also a patron of engineers due to the large number of churches he constructed in Ireland.
That's
cool.
sick.
Yeah, he's cool.
All right, I like this holiday again.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink in his honor.
Yeah,
I'll drink
you
to
gotta
that.
You gotta dress up like a leprechaun and drink a lot of beer.
That's what makes him happy, yeah.
Yep.
He likes to see that. He smiles down on that.
Smiles down on that, yep.
All right, well, that was our St. Patrick's episode. I hope you guys are...
Yeah, we weren't going
learning.
into it. We weren't thinking that it was going to be a St. Patrick's Day themed episode. But
I kind of dig this one
It was
topic
sick.
discussion. This might be something we try out more often.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like that, dig into
We got a
one
little
thing.
bit off in the weeds in some areas, the goblin talk, but
We like goblins.
if you're talking about leprechaun, you got to talk about goblins.
I think it'd be
That's-
funnier to see someone else interact with a goblin than with a leprechaun. If I saw someone see a leprechaun and get all the gold, I'd be really jealous and mad.
But if he's getting fucked with, like,
That'd be
he's
funny.
taking
Yeah, I
off.
like that. His wagon wheel's getting spun off there, and like
The goblins showing up against the lockers and giving people swirlies.
I like that. I would pay to see that. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that one topic,
That
and
was fun,
yeah, that was our St. Patrick's Day episode.
Hopefully that was interesting. 'Cause
That was
I
the
just
real
reading off
original.
I was just reading off of random websites.
Google
but
Chrome came in clutch today.
hopefully that was interesting for you guys. But thank you so much.
That was the real original podcast
Subscribe,
take
give us a
on
rating,
St. Patrick's Day.
Give us a rating. That helps out. Go like us on Instagram.
Yeah, leave
and whatnot.
responses. Anything that we can do better, anything that you would
Yeah.
want to see,
Oh, yeah.
if there's anybody out there.
I'll leave a poll on there. I'll say...
Lest this is just floating into space and no one ever hears it.
I'll add a poll on there asking if you like leprechauns or goblins more.
Yeah, what team are you on?
What team? Leprechaun or goblin team?
Who do you think would portray each one in if it was a Twilight movie, but instead of vampires and werewolves, it was leprechauns and goblins? Like, you know how Jacob's the werewolf and Edward is the
I think it'd be
vampire?
Willem Dafoe for the goblin. They'd shrink him down
Yeah.
in editing. He's already played the goblin.
Yeah, you just put him back in that Green Goblin suit and throw him in the movie, and you're good.
You just paint him green. He doesn't need a mask or anything. I love Willem Dafoe, by the way.
Yeah, he is sick.
He's been in Irish movies. Boondock Saints. Willem Dafoe is in that one. Yeah. If you're talking about St. Patrick's Day, you got to mention Boondock Saints.
Or Willem Dafoe.
Perfect St. Patrick's Day movie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, follow us on Instagram. You can catch us on YouTube as well.
Yep.
Pretty much.
I'll leave you with this. Go looking for leprechauns. Stay away from goblins.
Reject goblin entity.
We hate goblins here, okay? I don't know. Do you like goblins?
Hashtag ban the goblins. The illegal goblins.
All right. Thanks for listening. If you gotten this far, thank you very much. You're awesome.
I'm piddling out here. I'm tired. Oh, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Me too.
Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all. Patrick's Day. Drink a bunch for us.
Yep.
Be safe.
Be hearing this later. But
take a taxi. Do not drive.
Yep.
Unless you feel like you're a better drunk driver than all of us, then fine.
Yeah, thank you, and goodbye.
See ya.